Hey, hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here and today is Wednesday, December 28th, and we have Dr. T Volcano Island on our archipelago. So we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did it. I took it out today with RZCM. I did one boat of any troops that I had per stage. So one boat in stage 1, 2, and 2, and so on. And then I messed up on the last stage, and I actually sent them all by mistake. I was already in too deep when I caught the mistake, so I decided to just keep going that way instead of retreating and then having to do it again. I want to say today Dr. T was pretty mellow. It wasn't that hard. I think most of you guys that are mid-level should get to around stage 5 and stage 6, no problem at all. Stage 7, it has a bunch of rocket launchers, or a couple of rocket launchers. It might prove a little bit difficult, but with some tweaking, you might be able to get it. As always, I have max level troops. The boost level on my troops I'm gonna show them right here. I'm gonna have plus 54 in damage, plus 48 in health, and plus 76 in GVE, which means I have 92 starting GVE. So let's take a look at stage 1. Like I said, just one boat. Nothing really fancy. I just dropped them on the corner and let them spread out, get as much GVE as I could. Let me just speed this up because there's really no reason to just dwell on the mini details. Once I get to rocket launchers, I knew my guys could take on a few of the rocket launchers. So at that point, I threw the pack to distract, the stuff that could damage them in that sense, the machine gun, the flamethrower. And then that's it. I think I ended up losing one troop here. But if you're careful, you probably will not end up losing, a single troop. So let's take a look at stage 2. So on stage 2, so the same thing. I took the right side approach, destroyed the rocket launcher, just because I didn't want to have to worry about him doing a little bit more damage than I did not want. So again, there's a lot of free GV on the right side that you can take care of. If you're using Rifleman, Heavy, or Zooka, this should be a walk in the park. This should be a walk in the park. Now, I'm dropping my troops here, letting them spread, gathering all that GVE, which you can use to barrage whatever counters your troops. I did not end up doing that. I just essentially dropped some critters and then just let them do what they do best. So let's take a look at stage number 3. 3 boats. I landed this time, following with the pattern of the number of stages. There's a lot of free GVE in the middle and on the upper left corner of the map. And if you're low level, you want to take advantage of this. I understand that you may not have access to critters, but at least this front set of structures, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to have 8 containers that you can destroy. That's going to be 24 GVE, which is awesome. I mean, if you are low on GVE. And you see me, I dropped some critters on the upper left corner. That's not necessary for you guys. But then I decided to take my original, what I wanted to do with the original approach. There's going to be more free GVE containers. There's a lot of one-shot defenses. So Riflemen are going to work perfectly here. Yes, there is a machine gun, one low-level one and one high-level one. You can easily counter those with GVE because you have collected lots of them. Or if you have shocks, or medkits if you're using medkits. If you're using Rifleman in my case, you're gonna see I don't heal my troops until the very end. I just decided I'm gonna shock because you do have access to shock early on, so that should not be a problem for you guys. And then from here, just front to the corner. There's nothing else that can hit you. You're gonna have a free pass to the HQ. I healed my troops not because I needed to, just because I had the GVE. You see, I dumped all my GVE there. That was like 4 barrages and like 7 or 8 artillery shots. I mean, it was a crazy amount of GVE that managed to collect on this stage. So pretty easy stage, like I said. Now let's take a look at stage number 4. This is the first time I dropped Zookas, so 4 boats. there are different ways to take on this base. The approach that I decided to take was the short route is usually the best, less convoluted one, less prone to mistakes. You can take the upper left corner and go in the northern part of the base and park there. I decided to take the more direct approach, but before I did that, I wanted to collect some GBE. So you're gonna see me destroying what can destroy my troops, mortars, flamethrowers, making it easy for me once I get there. I sent a box of critters. Those critters cost me 8. So if they manage to destroy 4 boxes, then they pay for themselves, which they did right now. And now they're gonna end up destroying 2 more. So I had an 8 profit. I had an 8 profit gain on that true up DBE. So now smoking in front of that shot launcher. I want that shot launcher dead as soon as possible. Now I'm not gonna shock it. I'm gonna throw some critters on top. That's gonna distract the shock launcher. So that's gonna distract the shock launcher as you saw, and then I just let my troops roam a little bit, throw a med kit to counteract the effect of that machine gun. Now throw some critters to distract that boom cannon. I was hoping that the critters would destroy it, but it didn't, so I ended up having to throw in some GBE there. And then from here, it's easy. I mean, I just managed to get to the core. I threw some critters because I didn't want to end up losing more Rifleman, but at the end, a Rifleman is a minute of load time. And the probability that you end up losing all your Riflemen from a single boat is highly unlikely. What usually ends up happening is that you end up losing your Rifleman from a spread out in different boats. So adding a minute to your load time, it's not gonna hurt a lot from if you're boosting, for example. In my case, I was boosting resource reward and I was boosting power stone chance. I always do on my terror days. I always do when I go and do my morning clearing. I find that if I attack at least 8 bases, boosting that power stone chance actually pays for itself. Usually more than 1. So let's take a look at stage number 5. So 5 boats, 3 boats of Rifleman, 2 boats of Zookas. Pretty easy stage, to be honest. You don't need the Zookas. You could have done it with Rifleman as easily. The only things that you have to worry about if you're doing it the way I did is that rocket launcher in the corner and the mortars. Now, if you time it right, and if you do it right, which is what I'm attempting to do here, you don't even have to shock the mortars. So here we go. I'm going to throw some GBE here. Now, that has 2 purposes. First purpose is to clear the mine, and the second purpose is to damage the mortars. As you can see, the rocket the boom or the cannon got more damage than everything else, which means that he's gonna get targeted first when I smoke in. So grouping my troops in, that landing was a little bit horrible. I realized that my troops are gonna spread more than I wanted to, so I had to do an extra smoke and an extra flare. Not a big deal. Because it actually laid it out perfectly so I could move in a vertical line or a 45-degree line to the grid line. Now I made it to my final spot. Everything is cool. What you're going to see me is I'm going to throw a critter pack to this sniper tower. That's going to make all the mortars fire. I actually shocked the critters, which is good. And you see, well, I clear all the mortars. 1 mortar actually managed to fire at my troops. Luckily, it was not a high-level mortar. And then from here, I just flare directly to the lower corner and just go to town to the HQ. I mean, as easy as that. This stage was surprisingly easy for stage number 5, was it? I want to say it was stage number 5. Yeah, stage number 5. Now, on stage number 6 is the first time I dropped medics. So the same combination that I had before. Actually, no. 3 boats of Riflemen, 1 boat of Zookas, 1 boat of Cryoneers, and 1 boat of medics. So let's take a look. Not a bad stage at all. Always think of your end game or what can counter your Zooka or your troops. In my case, the rocket launchers are going to counter them. And because I only have 1 boat of medics, I actually needed to counter those. So I counted the rocket launcher on the top, rocket launcher on the bottom, with the intention of also clearing the mines. This landing was also a little bit poopy, in the sense that I should have landed my troops. You're gonna see where I'm gonna land. I should have landed my troops right at the corner. That way, one smoke would have covered them. If the cannon would have fired, it wouldn't have mattered. Landing my Zookas and Cryoneers first, but instead I decided to land in front of the boom cannon. That left those Zookas there exposed, so I had to waste a smoke. Now, in the panic, I double tapped, so I wasted 2 smokes, and I realized half of my troops are being covered by that smoke. I need to send them back in. So I moved them back into the other smoke. That allowed time for the cannon to fire at one of my medics, and now I'm down 1 medic, which totally sucks. But I think it's still manageable if I counter with med kits and stuff. Now you see me, I countered those mines because if I hadn't, those mines would have killed me. Sending back turrets in to distract the rocket launcher from the back. Let my medics regroup. Let my Cryoneers be in the front so that they can freeze everything, and then they can lower that DPS, and that's now a manageable load for my medics. My medics can easily keep up with that damage, except on this corner right here. So you're gonna see me throwing a medkit now just to counter that, throwing a medkit on the other one. That way I can ease off a little bit on the work that my medics are trying to do. Now send another flare to the back, some turrets on the front, and that's going to ensure that everything else is firing at the critters, and then I go straight for the HQ. This could have been done a lot more cleaner, a lot cleaner. Could have been done a lot cleaner and without as many losses as I did if you had essentially flipped to the corner and hadn't had wasted that much GBE at the initial start point. So now we're done with stage 6. Let's take a look at stage 7. This is the last stage. This is where I deployed 1 extra bow when I didn't want to. So there are several ways of doing this. The way I decided is I'm always looking at my aim game, where I'm going to end to minimize in case everything goes wrong, which has happened in the past, if I can still save the game with a few Zookas. So those 2 rocket launchers need to go on the back. The shock launcher in the middle also needs to go. That way I can clearly go to the top. And my plan was to land 3 boats of medics, 3 boats of Rifleman, 2 boats of medics, 1 Zooka, and 1 Cryoneer. That was the plan. And on the process of clicking, I clicked all of them, so they all went out. So yeah. Now I run a little bit of a gamble because I used all my GBE. There was only 2 left. There wasn't even GBE for a flare, I think. So I let them normally gather around those GBE containers. That was a big boost on GBE. I know that my medics can keep up with 2 rocket launchers and a shock launcher, no problem. Now there's a lot of mortars, so I need to ensure that those mortars are not firing at me until I can reduce their numbers, which I managed to do. Now the idea here is to clear as much of this front line as possible. Once I do, I should have actually let them destroy these 2 mortars, because that then at the end let them spread a little bit more when I did the reflare. If I had done that, then they would have naturally gravitated to the top once I did that reflare and hog that upper wall. So now you see I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just letting my troops in, slowly progress towards the base. Here come the mortars. I think it took a couple Zookas there, but nothing that humongous. Just keeping everything in stasis. The Cryoneers are doing their work. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I've said it multiple times. If you're not using them, start using them. They're effective even at tier 1, at level 1. Don't be put out by the fact that you're at their level. They're gonna work for you. It's like having a health boost without boosting your health, like having a troop health statue without actually having it. They're that important in a combination. You can use it in any combination. Like last night, somebody attacked me with Scorcher, Cryoneer, Zookas, and medics. So 1 boat of Zookas, 1 boat of Cryoneer, 1 boat of medics, and then 4 Scorcher tanks, and that's it. They just rolled through my base like it was nothing. So, this is how I took all 7 stages of Dr. T today, using my trusty old combo of Rifleman, Zooka, Cryoneers, and medics. I do like it a lot, so I hope you give them a try. If you haven't, do Don't let your rifleman go down. Don't be put out by the fact that you're gonna have guaranteed losses, because the losses are meaningless in the grand scheme of things. You know, when you lose a tank, you're wasting 20 minutes. That is like losing 20 riflemen in a single boat, and that rarely happens unless you're going against a heavily ice boosted base, guys. In any case, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you liked the content. Shoot me a comment if there's anything you want to talk about, or if there's anything you saw here that you want to clarify. In any case, subscribe, like, and check the videos that are popping out on the screen right now. Take care, and solid checking out.